You're watching CNC3.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TVC Radio Network. I am Bhavita Gopalchan. Thank you so much for joining us. Top of the news at this time. As the new school term kicked off today, Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara visited several high-risk schools and got a first-hand tour of the hotspots where illicit activities have been ongoing. First was the Laramine Secondary School, where incidents of violence and delinquency are said to be rampant. He introduced the officers to the school staff and assured that they will be present to deal with any untoward situations. Next, he visited San Fernando East Secondary and the St. Madeleine Secondary Schools, where acting school principal Nigel Brown pointed out to an area where people smoke. While the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association has expressed alarm over police officers carrying guns in schools, parents, teachers and students told CNC3 News they felt safer. Now, the police commissioner warned delinquent parents that if they do not control their children, then the police will have to intervene.
Just a further warning to the parents out there: keep your children in check. Be well-behaved. Children who are here for that particular purpose of getting an education have no reason to fear from my officers. It's those errant ones who want to bring disruption to the education facility and the system. Those are the ones that will have to fear.
Meanwhile, interim president of the Parent Teachers Association at St. Madeleine Secondary School, Jamie Peters, says armed police is the only solution to keep illegal activities in check.
We all are aware of all the school violence that it's prevalent in the schools, and the approach what the police are trying to do is to be able to foster a balance. We know that there's violence. The best people that would be able to deal with it would be the police at this point in time. And I hope with the level of love and attention that will be given for the officers who are trained to deal with students at the schools.
Well, 50 schools have been identified for police patrols. Education Minister Dr. Michael Darlat said most officers will stay off campus unless needed and carry non-lethal equipment, although some schools may get armed support. The National PTA and Teachers Union remain opposed to firearms in schools, warning of negative impacts and calling for clearer protocols. Well, President of the National Parent Teachers Association, Walter Stewart, says, while the association welcomes the additional support of the school-oriented police officers, he says long-term measures are needed to address indiscipline among young people. Stewart says evaluation should begin long before secondary school to determine the challenges some students faced and provide holistic solutions.
Emphasis and the attention needs to be in the formative years of the child's educational journey. So the child enters at age 5 in your infant department. We would want to have screenings, neurodevelopmental screenings for each child, so that you understand the child's background, socioeconomic, etc., and follow through with that as well, with the powers that be, even to visit the child's home, so that you understand what is taking place, parental, siblings, community as well. So that it's a whole of nation approach to this whole issue that we are now facing at this point in time.
Stewart also says while the police officers will be the last tier of the school's discipline matrix, there is a concern regarding having male officers and female students. He said he understands the constraints of the police service, but ideally co-ed and female secondary schools should have WPCs. The president of the NPTA added that the association is impressed with the vacation repair program. He said while work continues on 26 schools, classes are not affected.
They do not have the resources, manpower, to be able to put a female and a male in co-ed schools. But of course it comes back again, if you have to now arrest, in quotes, a female, and you have, because you have 2 male officers on duty, what is going to take place at that particular situation?
And Trinidad and Tobago Officer Brayton Roberts says some students from various schools were forced to return home this morning after realizing that remedial works were not completed or undertaken in some circumstances. Roberts said this contradicts the Education Division's announcement that all schools would be ready for the start of the new school term.
The repair works in the toilets started last week, and probably they anticipated it to be minor and it would finish on time. It was not finished on time. They would have given instructions for the principal to have the children, both male and female, use the girls' toilets. So the males and the boys and the girls will be interacting in the same space.
Well, Roberts says teachers and students are frustrated by the lack of preparation, and he's calling on the division to provide transparency on repairs and readiness.
So we hope that the division will get it together, and what we always clamored for was the clarity and the transparency in what is happening. Even if the work is minor, why wait until the last week to have works started?
Now, Roberts warned if issues are not fixed immediately, the learning environment in many Tobago schools will remain unsafe and unstable. Now to this. Minister of Public Utilities Barry Padarat says the Water and Sewer Authority should have communicated the severity of the leak along the Beetham Highway more effectively with the public. The incident caused a major traffic backup on the first day of school. According to the minister, WASA reported that one of its major pipelines ruptured on Sunday evening in the vicinity of the lighthouse. The authority said emergency work was carried out up to 5 a.m. in an attempt to rectify the problem. Well, WASA added that the surface was saturated with water, and as a result, resurfacing could not be done immediately. However, management assured that the area would be resurfaced by the end of today. But Minister Barry Padarat said he empathized with the public and added that once WASA realized that the overflow had a significant impact that could not be addressed in time, they attempted to alert the public. He has since asked WASA for a report into the matter. Now, to help ease the congestion, the Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation announced that authorization has been granted for light motor vehicles only to access the priority bus route today from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. On to some other news now. Caribbean Airlines is expressing its gratitude to the police service for the rescue of its pilot, Captain Daniel Kewell. At around 11 a.m. on Sunday, Kewell was rescued by police officers in Maraval. He was abducted last week and his vehicle was seen in Cascade and Port of Spain, as well as Rosilac. Well, in South Trinidad, reports indicate that officers were able to track the suspects after they allegedly used Kewell's bank card to withdraw cash from a Republic Bank ATM on Park Street, Port of Spain. Investigators have confirmed that 3 suspects are already in custody. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
You can tell from the crowd who's up next. It's Trinray's star player, whose world-class stats put him in a league of his own. Trinray's risen to become a true force to be reckoned with. With an unbeaten Carry A rating, they boast a strong solvency and A-class service. Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing Trinray's financial and technical strength at its best.
Trinray, premier insurance coverage for less.
Do you also find putting on shoes awkward? Do it like me. Put them on easily without using your hands. It's like an invisible shoehorn helping you step right into the shoe. You don't even have to bend down. Just slide your foot in and you're done. Try it. Skechers Slip. Hands free.
Your immune system is your first line of defense. Discover BioStrath Immune Health. BioStrath Immune Health is enriched with zinc, ensuring that your body stays resilient. BioStrath Immune Health. Get what you need naturally.
Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
Introducing CTS College's Early Learners Academy, our physical school with a nursery, daycare, and preschool. With qualified and experienced staff, modern classrooms, and the latest teaching methods and technology, your child would get the personal care and education they deserve. Activities Activities include potty training, storytelling, phonics, craft, academics, and field trips. Enroll your child today at CTS College's Early Learners Academy.
In sports, St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots beat the Guyana Amazon Warriors by 5 runs at Kensington Oval, Barbados to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Patriots scored 149 for 6 after they were put into bat first. Mohammed Rizwan scored 85. Hassan Khan and Gudakesh Moti took 2 wickets each. In reply, the Amazon Warriors reached 144 for 8 from their 20 overs. Well, Shea Hope scored 31 and Ben McDermott scored 21. Naseem Shah and Waqar Salim Keel took 2 wickets each as the Patriots handed the Amazon Warriors their 5-run loss. Warriors captain Imran Tahir, though, the target was gettable.
Look, to be honest with you, I think it's quite a poor performance from us. 150, we can take it any day, and especially when the conditions in favor of batting. I think it was a kind of wicket where you just have to stay. Like Rizwan showed, he just batted all the way through. And, he got his runs, and then that was, I think, enough total. But I think also appreciate to the opposition the way they came and bowled, and, maybe they were more hungry than us.
Now the CPL continues on Wednesday with the Amazon Warriors hosting the Antigua Barbuda Falcons at Providence. West Indies under-19 cricketers leveled the Youth ODI series with a DLS win over Sri Lanka on Coolidge on Sunday. The visitors were asked to bat first and scored 182 in 39.3 overs. Ultimanta Mahivitana made 34 and Viran Chimudita scored 24. Shaquan Bell was the West Indies' best bowler with 4 for 35. In reply, West Indies made 167 for 8 in 34.4 overs, with skipper Joshua John getting 50 and Shaquan Bell 41 not out. Presentation College San Fernando captain Brandon Boodoo made 34. The 5th match of the series is on Tuesday at North Sound. That's it for sport. It's back to a break.
Do you also find putting on shoes awkward? Do it like me. Put them on easily without using your hands. It's like an invisible shoehorn helping you step right into the shoe. You don't even have to bend down. Just slide your foot in and you're done. Try it. Skechers Slip. Hands free.
High blood pressure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aja Nutrition's blood pressure support is crafted with a clinical strength blend to help you take control naturally. Gentle on the body, powerful for your heart. Blood pressure support by Aja Nutrition. Naturally strong.
Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
Regionally, the Caribbean communities welcomed the draft United Nations Security Council resolution aimed at strengthening security support for Haiti. The resolution introduced by the United States and Panama calls for the Kenya-led multilateral security support mission to transition into a 5,500-member gang suppression force, backed by a new UN support office in Haiti. CARICOM says the proposal comes at a critical moment as escalating gang violence has displaced thousands and worsened the humanitarian crisis. It's time to check in with Jean-Marc Rampersad for a look at the weather forecast.
We had mostly hot and sunny conditions this morning despite a moderate shower over northeastern areas of Trinidad. For the remainder of the day, we can expect a few showers to develop during the early afternoon, with 1 or 2 thunderstorms favoring western and southern areas of Trinidad. Looking ahead, the tropical wave that we've been tracking since last week no longer has the potential for cyclone development, but will still bring some rainfall over us Tuesday into Wednesday.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for a look at the day's developments so far. We love these stories and so much more coming up for you in a Midday Newscast at 7 p.m. today. Until then, have a great day.